Hello, everyone. So Jalila T here, and today we're going to talk about, do you have a rubber band? So I have a rubber band here. Well, not exactly. This is more like a hair tie, but I mean, you get the concept. It's flexible. It's stretchy, right? Same effect as a rubber band. So if you are just tuning in, please make sure that you drop a comment below with where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out. But today we're going to talk a little bit about, do you have a rubber band? So the rubber band today represents your time, because time is flexible. So if you're just tuning in, make sure you comment below so I can give you a shout out. If you are new connecting with me, make sure that you comment below, say that you're new so that I can make sure to connect with you once we're done here. So let's talk about this rubber band, right? And how it's flexible. So every day I hear people say, oh, I don't have the time to do things, right? I don't have time for this. I ain't got the time for that. Oh, really? Well, I beg to differ, because you find time for exactly what it is you want to do every single day. You just don't realize it. You're subconsciously doing it, right? And because it's something uncomfortable, because it's something you don't feel like doing today, Sarah Lynn, am I going to come see you? Yes, ma'am, at some point. Tiffany says, I'm actually awake packing. Girl, I don't even want to talk about it, okay? So anyway, yes, so drop a 1 in the comments if someone has ever asked you to do something and your response has been, I ain't got the time. I ain't got time for it today, right? Drop a 1 in the comments, because that's so common, right? But the same time that you're saying, hey, Danny, the same time that you're saying, no, I ain't got time for that, you got time to go watch Love and Hip Hop ATL. And that's a full hour, okay, of time where you could have been doing something else, right? Drop a 2 in the comments if you have not done things for your business or started a business to supplement your income, right? But because you felt like you didn't have time, or at least that's what you said. And I know I should be seeing a lot of 2s, because I'm talking to people every single day, handing them an opportunity to make money, handing them an opportunity to supplement their income. And what is the number one excuse that I get? Oh, I don't have time. What you mean? How do you not have time to figure out how to make some more money? Right? To get the things that you want, to be able to provide for your kids. What you mean you ain't got the time? You don't have an hour a day to dedicate to yourself, to your life, to your income, to your family? Like what? What you mean? Yes, me and my Ratchet TV, Tiffany. Yes, I said it. Okay. I know there are other TV couch potatoes just like me. 2, strip clubs have consumed you. Yes, they have, Danny. You need to work on that, okay? Because you should have plenty of time, sir. But I will talk to you offline later about that. So, the reality, friends, is that time is like a rubber band. It is flexible, right? So time is flexible. So the question is, are you flexible, right? Are you flexible enough to make your priorities the correct priorities and get things in order in your life so that you can start maximizing all of this precious time we have, right? There's 365 days in the year. 365 days. That's 24 hours in a day, which means that is 1,440 minutes in every single day that you have. Tell me what you're doing with these 1440 minutes. And yes, I looked it up. Yes, I needed to know, because we are wasting a whole lot of time, a whole lot of minutes. I'm not saying you shouldn't be sleeping. Yes, I do think that 7 of those hours you should be sleeping, right? Unless you grumpy Mrs. Grumpy Pants or Mr. Grumpy Pants, you might need 10. I don't know. That's a personal preference. But what I'm saying to you is, with 1,440 minutes, 1,440 minutes, what are you going to do with those minutes? Every single minute needs to count. You need to be maximizing every single day, every single hour, every single minute. And I promise you, when you look at where you spend your time, you're going to find loads of gaps, right? So drop a comment below of some of the things that you know that you've done today that didn't, help you improve your business, didn't help you improve yourself, didn't help you help your family in any way, didn't bring you no income, right? I'm pretty sure that if you start dropping comments below, drop some comments of some things you've done today, right? You probably, you might have washed clothes. You might have watched Ratchet TV like I tend to do some days, right? You might have waited in the line to pick up your kids right? In the carpool line, right? How many mommies out there, right? Drop a 4 in the comments if you're a mommy and you have to pick up your kids and you're waiting in the carpool, long line, slow as I don't know what to get your kids. That is idle time. Right there is time that you could be using. What about commuting to work, right? A number of you, if you live in a DMV or you live in New York, you commute to work. We go through massive amounts of traffic. Well, not me, but you guys go through 2 and 3 hours of traffic one way. That is, if you're driving 2 hours or commuting to work 2 hours one way, that's 4 hours of your day, right? Somebody do the math. I don't know how many minutes that is right now. All I'm saying, actually, it's 240 minutes, I believe. 60 minutes in an hour. Yep, look at that math. Look at that arithmetic, okay? So I'm just saying, if you start thinking about how flexible you can be and how you can maximize that time and be flexible, right? Just like this rubber band, aka hair tie, is going to benefit you in the long run, right? Stop making excuses and find time for the important stuff. So instead of telling someone, oh, I don't have time to start a business, I don't have time to do XYZ, I ain't got time to study, right? That's a lie. It's all lies. All you have to do is figure out how to maximize your time. So maybe while you're waiting in that carpool line, trying to pick up your kids, that's time for you to watch a TED Talk or listen to a conference call, right? You just got to be a little flexible. So maybe you can't read 30 pages in a day, but maybe, just maybe, you can listen to an Audible book, right? Those yoga chicks are hella flexible. I can't with you, Danny. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about, okay? We're talking about time, not the yoga girl's legs, okay? Although, I will say that is a little pertinent. I could have used that, huh? Too bad I don't do yoga, so lucky for you guys, you don't have to see me get flexible on you. All you're gonna see is this right here, right? So, make every single minute count towards something, right? A great way to figure out your idle time is to start logging your time. So start logging all of the things that you did in a 24-hour period. It's going to blow your mind how you literally wasted like 8 hours of your day on nothing. Like the whole time you're saying you ain't got time, but you do have time. You have time in the car. You have time, on your bus ride. You got time when you pick up the kids. You got time while you washing dishes to listen to something. You've got time while you washing clothes, or maybe you should think about using that time and hiring somebody else to do it. Because in the time and the money that it costs to hire somebody to maybe clean the house, right? I don't know, maybe it costs $100 to do it. Maybe you could have made $500 in the midst of that hour. Just saying, right? You've got to start looking at these things, right? Like me, I'll give you an example. For me, I can barely keep up with my DVR at this point because I've decided to change my priorities. Ratchet TV no longer is one of Jalila's priorities, okay? I have decided that I have a pile of books that have been piling up that I've been buying for the last 6 or 7 years, and I either start and don't finish them, or they're just sitting here and I'm still getting new books. Literally, somebody's like, oh, you should read this book for your business. And I buy the book and then it sits here, right? So I decided, okay, well, watching TV, I'm a reformed couch potato. So drop a 5 in the comments if you're like me, a reformed couch potato, right? So for me, because I like to say that I'm reformed, I decided that it doesn't make sense for me to be up in here watching 3 hours of TV a day. 3 hours worth of TV. Right? Clogging up the space in my brain when I can be doing other things with that 3 hours. So now I've got it down to 30 minutes to an hour. And that's if I even get there, because today I haven't watched nothing of TV because I'm preparing to go out of town and I've got work to do and I just don't have the energy to even watch, right? So my priorities have shifted because what I had to realize was the people on TV, the actors, the producers, they're getting paid because they got thousands of people watching them, thousands of people promoting them. But who gonna pay these bills over here, right? Drop a 6 in the comments if you want to make sure your bills is paid. If you want to make sure you're doing things to better yourself and supplement your income. The only way you do that is you got to start deciding to make things priority and stop making excuses. Remember, time is flexible, and I lost the rubber band. I don't know where it went. Sorry, y'all. I was going to start doing this again with it, but it's gone. Like, I don't even see it. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, let's see. You always have the time. Nothing is more important than taking care of you and investing in yourself. So as long as you keep making excuses and saying how you don't have the time, you never will, right? So You know, for me, instead of just watching that 30 minutes to an hour of TV, I decided to be productive during my 30 minutes. I catch up on one show at a time. And in that one show period, that 30 to 45 minutes, I decide one of the things that I need to make sure that I do every single day is eat. Because I tend to sit here and I don't eat my food, right? I don't get up to take a break. I have to force myself. The only break that I take is for the gym. But I have to remind myself to eat. So I decided, well, why don't we tag team having a meal and while I watch my 30 minutes of TV, and it has worked beautifully. So now I'm making sure that I get the nourishment, and I'm doing a water check, right? Making sure that I drink the amount of water that I should drink every single day. So you just have to get flexible, right? You got to think outside the box. You got to find ways to make it work. Time is flexible. Time is money, and time waits for no one. So even if you're sitting here talking about you ain't got time for this, you ain't got time for that, guess what? Somebody else has time for it, and they out here living your dream and making the money you could be making and changing their life. So you need to step your game up. Step your game up, and you need to be flexible. Just like that rubber band, just like time, you need to start making things a priority, right? So make a list of the things that are most important to you, right? The things that you feel like would make you happy, make you a better person, and would make you, you know, maybe make you some more money, maybe supplement your income, whatever it is you're trying to do for you and your family. Make a list of those things. And then all you got to do from that list is prioritize them, okay? You know, it's funny. I watched one of my team members, and I think she's still on here, but she had said that, you know, she couldn't figure out why she felt so all over the place. And she realized one of the things that made her happy before was the fact that she could dance. And dancing was a hobby for her. But when she became a mom and a wife and a business owner, all of that got away from her. Everybody else's priorities took precedence. So she decided to bump that up on her priority list, right? And become flexible, just like that rubber band, just like how time is. And now she makes sure that she takes a dance class once or twice a week. And that is her hour, her moment to make it happen, her moment to be happy, her moment to think about herself, and her moment to nourish her soul, right? So you've got to remember, time is flexible. You just got to learn to be flexible too. So the moment you realize this and you take these tools that I've given you, right, they'll help you supplement your income. They'll change your life. They'll make you so much more happier. And you'll be able to better yourself. You'll be able to do better things for your family. You won't be so grumpy pants, right, all the time because you're not happy because you can't figure out what it is you're not doing to fulfill yourself. So, you know, get you some rubber bands to remind you to be flexible with your time. Remember, time waits for no one. And while you're out here not being flexible, somebody else will, just like the yoga chicks that Danny talked about earlier. So I am Jalila T. You guys have a great night. If you love what you heard, drop a 10 in the comments below. Make sure you give us some of these and a little bit of these, right? These are hearts. I can't do it today. I don't know what's happening to my heart, but whatever. Give us some hearts, right? Some thumbs up, some hearts, like, comment, share, because sharing is caring. Drop a 10 if you felt like you got value from this. And if you felt like you needed to hear about how to be flexible with your time and you feel like there's other people that need to hear it too, feel free to share because sharing is caring. You guys have a great night. I am Jalila T. Talk to you later. Bye.